Well, hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna give you my tips as a dermatologist for getting smooth skin and improving skin texture. I get a ton of questions from you guys. What can I do about textured skin? So these tips hopefully will help you. Today's video is sponsored by CO, maker of these wonderful reusable silicone patches that I'll chat with you guys about later that can really help with skin smoothness. My first tip is to check in with your dermatologist or see a dermatologist. Obviously, that's more challenging in the current climate, but many dermatologists are still seeing patients actively through a telemedicine platform. And the reason this is important is when you guys say skin texture, in my mind as a dermatologist, this can mean one of a variety of different things. For example, keratosis pilaris is a common dry skin condition that presents as dry, bumpy, rough, uneven patches on the cheeks or elsewhere on the face. Also, rosacea can have uneven texture due to bumps and red inflammatory papules. So seeing a dermatologist and getting an accurate diagnosis is probably one of the most helpful things that you can do. Tip number 2 is to have a consistent cleansing routine. You've got to cleanse your skin at the end of the day to remove sebum, which is oil, and dirt, pollutants, things that settle on your skin, as well as cosmetics and water-resistant sunscreen. That stuff left on the skin can lead to free radicals, and that over time can degrade the deeper layers of your skin and lead to a lot of skin damage and uneven texture. It also helps to lightly exfoliate the top layer of the skin as well. In doing so, that can smooth out the surface of the skin. Choosing a cleanser can be challenging if you have oily skin. Oily skin people tend to like and prefer gel-based cleansers or foaming cleansers, whereas people with dry or more mature skin tend to fare better with cream vehicle cleansers or creamy cleansers. For brevity's sake, in today's video, I'm not going to go into detail about specific products, but if you're looking for specific products, check the description box. I have videos where I cover my top recommendations for skincare products. I'll list them down below as they pertain to today's video. The next thing you have to do in your skincare routine, if you're not already, please do this immediately, is you've got to start moisturizing your skin consistently. Even if you have oily skin, do not fear moisturizers. It's really important for skin smoothness, texture, hydration, etc. Key ingredients in moisturizers that play a pivotal role in delivering results are humectants like hyaluronic acid, emollients, as well as occlusive ingredients that seal that hydration in. Occlusive ingredients include things like petrolatum, mineral oil, and also silicone-based oils as well, which are synthetic oils that have a nice lightweight feel to them and smooth the surface of the skin. Silicone is a fantastic ingredient in moisturizing products. It helps to bring hydration to the top layer of the skin, the stratum corneum, and smooth out that top layer. I have a video going into detail about the benefits of silicones in moisturizers and moisturizing the skin. They're wonderful moisturizing ingredients. They're synthetic, lightweight oils that have a nice lightweight feeling, but they really can help in delivering hydration to the top layer of the skin. For really intensive spot-focused hydration to wrinkle-prone areas like around the eyes, what's called the glabella and the forehead, around the mouth and the neck, these CO patches are a fantastic option. But these are medical grade silicone patches that function to help in bringing hydration to that top layer of the skin to plump up the surface level skin cells and smooth out uneven texture. They also take advantage of the fact that these are patches, so they seal in water and they prevent transepidermal water loss. The way that you use these is after you cleanse your skin, you want to apply these to clean, dry skin. When the silicone in these patches is placed on your skin, it helps to bring in hydration to the top layer of the skin, and then the patch itself seals in transepidermal water loss. So it really can help in focused hydration of the skin and plump up those dry, parched skin cells on the top layer of the skin that make uneven texture so noticeable. You can comfortably wear these in the evening. You can sleep with these very comfortably. I often will wear them to bed at night, or I'll wear them a lot of times at the computer. Passively, these patches will compress existing wrinkles in wrinkle-prone areas like around the eyes and mouth, and they will reduce and prevent usage of those muscle groups unnecessarily. For example, I like to wear these when I'm working at the computer because I have a tendency, particularly when I'm reading emails, to grimace a lot and contract those facial muscles that lead to frown lines and brow lines as well. And this can just kind of help passively in smoothing out the skin in those areas and reducing the usage of those muscle groups that with time, the contraction of those muscle groups can contribute to persistent wrinkling, particularly on the neck. I have a video talking about tech neck, but this has become a more of an increasing problem where we have textural issues and wrinkles on the neck related to looking down at our phone all of the time. And so their neck patch is great for this. It just kind of smooths out those lines. And I regret not having these earlier in my life when these started forming, but it really has smoothed them out quite a bit. The nice thing about these patches is that they are reusable. You can use them about 10 to 15 times in total. After you take them off, you just rinse them with a little bit of water and allow them to dry, and then you put them back on the sheet that comes with these, and then just put them inside the bag, and you can reuse them. And keeping them sealed in the bag is important because it keeps them from drying out. But these are amazing, and I strongly recommend them if you want to just smooth out some wrinkles and fine lines. These are a great option for people who want to avoid any type of procedure like Botox, and obviously now more than ever, we can't go out and get those procedures. So this is a useful way to help in hydrating up the skin. And what I love about these particular patches is that they don't have any irritating ingredients in them. A lot of times, if you're not careful, you'll find patches on the market that have irritating ingredients like tea tree oil, lavender oil, you know what I'm talking about. These don't have any of that, just medical grade silicone. They're free of fragrance, and they're free of those irritating preservatives, the isothiazolinones, which are a common cause of allergic contact dermatitis. They are really comfortable, easy to wear, and when you remove them, all you have to do is, as you're removing them, make sure you pull the skin taut so that you're not tugging on your skin. And then they also make one for your chest. Wrinkles on the upper chest and textural issues on the upper chest are a major concern for people. It's not just on your face that you have textural issues. And for side sleepers in particular, you have a lot of unnecessary wrinkling of the skin between the breasts. And so this helps in just smoothing out the skin there, and you can wear these really comfortably while you sleep. I wear them to sleep sometimes, or I'll wear them during the day. And so I really like that, especially if you have a lot of textural issues on the upper chest related to sun damage. It's not uncommon. This can help smooth out those skin cells and hydrate things up and really start to brighten up the appearance of that area. So check the description box. I will link these for you guys. They're really amazing quality, very long lasting, very durable. You get 10 to 15 uses out of them. Super comfortable, easy to keep up with, and a nice option for people who want to avoid procedures, and a great option for avoiding unnecessary skincare products that have a ton of irritating ingredients in them. Reduction in transepidermal water loss is really a key aspect of good moisturizing of the skin. The reason it's so important is that it facilitates skin barrier recovery and helps with overall skin function and health. So we talked about cleansing, moisturizing. The third aspect that you may be considering pursuing in a skincare routine is some type of exfoliation of uneven patches and rough areas. And I say proceed with caution. I've never really been a fan of exfoliating, mainly because I find that the skincare market is laden with different types of exfoliants, both mechanical and chemical, and people tend to overdo it. And can really cause a lot of irritation and problems, including flares of acne. If you have eczema, this can really get you into trouble. But if you're strategic about exfoliating and mindful of it, there are a few ingredients that can certainly be helpful that I've talked about in other videos. But the first one is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is really wonderful if you have oily skin that is acne prone, or you have a lot of what are called closed comedones, a part of acne, or you have just enlarged pores, because salicylic acid focuses in these oily areas very well. And it also can help in removing some sun-damaged skin cells. So it definitely can smooth out the surface layer of the skin, brighten up things if you have some areas of mottled hyperpigmentation, and help remove those sun-damaged skin cells, help with oiliness, help with the clogged pores, and help with blackheads. Just make sure with salicylic acid and any other exfoliating ingredient, you avoid getting it around your eyes and around the mouth, close to the mouth. The skin of the neck doesn't have as many oil glands, and so any kind of exfoliating ingredient can cause a lot of irritation on the neck. If you have keratosis pilaris, that condition I mentioned earlier, where you have dryness and those red rough bumps on your cheeks, ingredients that are actually helpful for that condition are alpha hydroxy acids. And lactic acid, for example, can be very helpful for that condition. So a cream with lactic acid can help soften those rough bumps, and it also can help in hydrating the skin. Lactic acid is nice because it duals as a humectant, so it helps hold water in the skin. If you have really sensitive skin, I am a fan of polyhydroxy acids. I've got a video about polyhydroxy acids. They don't work as deeply, but they actually help to hydrate up the skin and gently exfoliate the top layer of the skin. They're very well tolerated in people with sensitive skin. Tip number 5 is to pursue a vitamin A derivative. By vitamin A derivative, I mean either a prescription or over-the-counter retinoid, or a cosmeceutical retinaldehyde product, or a cosmeceutical retinol product. I've got tons of videos on these ingredients, but as you recall from those videos, vitamin A derivatives help in exfoliating the skin. They also help with oiliness and acne breakouts. They're indicated for the treatment of acne. And lastly, with ongoing use, they can help to boost the collagen production in the deeper layers of the skin, and that can help in improving your skin firmness overall, and that will help smooth out the skin as well by building up the deeper layer of the skin and strengthening that. Tip number 6 for me is obvious, and that is to protect your skin from the sun every single day by wearing sunscreen. This is so important because the majority of aging of the skin is the result of ultraviolet radiation damaging the skin. And that certainly leads to issues with skin texture and skin smoothness, damaging the deeper layers of collagen, leading to these sun-damaged skin cells that build up, behave abnormally, and create bumpy areas, create areas of dyspigmentation. Protecting your skin from ultraviolet radiation from the sun every day with a broad spectrum sunscreen is a must. Even when you're indoors all day, as we are mostly now, sun that comes through the window, specifically the UVA rays, as well as the visible light that comes through the window, can definitely damage the skin and contribute to textural irregularities in your skin. I recommend choosing a sunscreen that is tinted because tinted sunscreens offer a little bit more protection against non-UV rays, aka visible light or blue light, that we have now learned contributes to hyperpigmentation and potentially photoaging with time through the generation of free radicals in the skin. So tinted sunscreens that have the ingredient iron oxides in them can definitely help. Tip number 7, my final tip, is your sleep. So important. It's glazed over in all the talk about skincare products and whatnot. They always glaze over and skip sleep and the emphasis on sleep. This is so important. Try and shoot for 8 hours of sleep a night. Make it a goal and brag about it when you do it. It's very important for the recovery of your skin from throughout the day, and it's important in skin barrier function. We have studies showing that sleep-deprived individuals have more prominent signs of photoaging, and included in that is more uneven texture. So don't underestimate the power of sleep. It's free. Sleep is free. Sleep and get good quality sleep. Tips that I can give you for that are to reduce the amount of light that you see towards the end of the day. Make sure that you turn off your devices. That blue light from those devices tricks our brain into thinking that we need to be awake longer and disrupts our sleep. Also, avoiding alcohol and caffeine can support better sleep. Alcohol disrupts our sleep cycle, particularly if you drink in the evening. And caffeine, obviously, as a stimulant, can keep you awake as well. So limiting consumption of caffeine, alcohol, and reducing your your device usage in the evening can help in facilitating better quality sleep, which 8 hours, make it a goal and brag about it, you guys. Anyways, those are my tips for smooth skin. Thank you, CO, for sponsoring today's video. Check the description box, you guys. I will list their patches down below. They're really comfortable and they really help smooth out the skin. I mean, it's really impressive when you take them off, how hydrated and plumped up the skin looks. It's very gratifying and is minimal effort to keep up with, which you know I love. I can't be bothered with anything that's too complicated. And so these are really easy to keep up with and incredibly gratifying. When you take them off, it's like, wow. So yeah, check the description box. I'll list these down below for you guys. But I hope this video was helpful to you all struggling with skin textural issues, looking for improvement in skin smoothness. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.